All right. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting match in Heroes of the Storm. Tonight, we have Frank's Furters going up against I Must Feed um, here in Div D East. Should be a good matchup. I am your caster tonight, honestly, and joined by none other than Dark Horse. How are you doing tonight, Dark?
I am doing well. Excited to watch some games.
Yeah, I looked a little bit into the division, and there's some crazy stuff going on with this one.
It is
Um,
super tight. That is for sure.
yeah, there's I think 6 points separating first from sixth. So all of the teams really doing a good job, and it's a really tight season all over.
Yeah, on top of that, our sixth place team is I Must Feed, who just beat the first place team in a 2-1 victory recently. So not only are they close in points, but clearly the top six can all beat each other.
Yeah, clearly. And I think the top team also had a couple of extra games played, so the score, the points might be a little deceiving. But still, always nice to take down a win against the number one team. We are just getting ready for a lobby. So, what do you know about these teams?
Uh, I guess I know several things about these teams.
All right.
Don't know where to start. For I Must Feed, they're gonna probably try and avoid Towers of Doom and maybe Battlefield of Eternity. I don't know if those were the bans that were decided on, but those were their most popular bans leading into this game. They really dislike playing into Garrosh, it looks, with 8 bans against him, and aren't big fans of Urel, Diablo, or Diva either, unless they can get that Diva. Um, Bans against them include things like May and Deckard. Uh, and they are, a 60% win rate team, so they've got quite a few heroes in that positive win rate, so they've got a lot to choose from. It'll be interesting to see how Frank's Furters tries to deal with that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I looked into Frank's Furters. As far as maps go, um, they are very very comfortable on Infernal Shrine, so that's definitely a map that they're going to want to go to. Um, High win rates on Cursed Hollow, Brax's Holdout, and Towers of Doom with a 100% win rate all around. So yeah, I mean, lots of interesting thing. I had my map bands backwards, so I am just fixing those now before I bring up the map. Before I bring up the map bands.
Sounds good.
Um,
So that is a map that I Must Feed doesn't seem to like, having banned it 4 times this season. So that might have been a strategic pick by Frank's Furters to try and take them to a map they don't want to play on. So I would expect a pretty high priority on a couple of their assassins and their tank. It looks like their tank has played their majority of their games as Johanna and May for I Must Feed. And when he's able to get on that, they do have a very good win rate, 75% with Johanna and 100% actually on 3 games with May. Uh, Jaina is a comfort pick for sure as well with 6 picks. And Vala with 4 picks and 100% win rate. So I would expect them to go into some of those comfort picks, especially in game number 1. With Vala being really, really good on Battlefield of Eternity, I would have to assume that's a pick if it isn't banned or taken away from him.
Battlefield of Eternity.
Yeah, it makes sense. Ana as well is played by I Must Feed with a 2-1 record, so one of the picks that they like to take at healer, and a pretty good win rate there as well. So taking your guess here, do we think it is a Johanna first pick? Diva. They are 3-0 on Diva, so that's another one that makes a lot of sense, but they're probably giving over that priority tank pick now.
I bring the mega death.
Anytime you're ready.
The crusade.
Yeah, with Vala, Band Rainer is definitely one of the best remaining racers. Hanzo is up there, but he's probably the highest skill cap racer, so if you're not good on him, you can't just pick him to burn the Immortal. And there's a couple others that compete, especially Greymane after, I believe it's level 13 talent, but I could be wrong on that level, where he starts getting additional attack speed. That's probably true. As somebody who does like Rexar, I don't pick him crazy often on maps that he isn't good at, but I don't think he has any maps that he feels bad on. He just doesn't feel ridiculously overpowered on maps that aren't Braxis or Dragonshire.
For the Alliance above all.
The hunt is on.
And Lunar is pretty good at Immortal Burn. Certainly not quite on the level of Rainer, as long as he takes the Exterminator talent, which I would assume he will. And I like main tank Uther. I don't know if it's the best healer in the game, but it's fun to watch. Sorry. Yeah, I meant main healer Uther. I apologize. I misspoke there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. They do lack hard CC for the most part until level 10 with that Blessed Shield or Falling Sword by Johanna to set up engages, so it might be hard for him to find picks early. I really hope this Ragnaros goes into Sulfur Smash. I don't know what he typically does here, but if you get an ETC slide into an Uther Stun and a Sulfur Smash, that is enough to blast just about anybody to the ground, and that could be a really fun combo to watch. If they could execute it successfully several times, they could find themselves in a lot of 5v4 fights.
All right, so on the blue side, we've got Dalian Pig playing ETC, Boggs on Raynor, Indecisive on the Uther, Magic Master on the Kel'Thas, and DJ Cold Cuts on the Ragnaros. Who do we have on the red team?
On the red team, we have Knight, which I like as a name, on Li Ming, John Goodman on Johanna, Sudden Bears on Diva, Lister Fiend probably on Lunara, and Begoli on Anduin.
All right, so I guess early stages of the game, just going to kind of lane out. Camps come up at about a minute, if I believe, correct? For your
Pretty much all maps, all the camps spawn right at a minute, unless they're boss camps, which usually spawn at 5 minutes.
Okay, and typical strategy is once those caps come, you want to kind of sneak somebody from your 4-man top to try and steal that camp away.
So that can definitely be a good strategy. If you feel like you have the stronger 4-man, sometimes you can just go force your way onto the one bottom too. Can definitely do some different cheeky things as well, though.
Got good poke coming out from both sides. Raynor getting really low. Got to be careful not to step up too far and eat any of that Li Ming damage there.
Ragnaros may have stepped out too far on the top. It's very close. She doesn't go in for it. I think if she would have ran in and tried another arc, she might have been able to poke him down if she got a lucky guess.
Now, less than 100 HP on Rag on top. Johanna going in deep. Popping the shield, though.
Decent looking engage for the red team, I think, though that slide on Lunara turns it around a little bit with her getting really low.
Oh,
they're coming back, and Lunara again looking really low. They probably need to back out, but so does the blue team with both teams trading health bars.
Yeah, very low on both sides, and I do have to say that the Kel'Thas bomb is the bane of my existence. I know I pass it around way too much.
It is all too easy to accidentally spread that bomb around. Don't worry, we won't mention any times when you pass it to all 4 of our teammates.
Hey, I followed it up with a 5-man mosh pit.
That is true. So Diva attempting to take the top camp for quite some time, but then gets bullied off by Ragnaros because she's sitting on low health. Means that she really got almost nothing out of him having to back, which is nice for that opposing team.
Yep, and then pretty standard. We got both teams going for the camps, just a tad early. Typically, you want to cap them right around the 15-second mark, I guess, before the Immortals come up, so they're pushing down. Pushing down lane.
Timed decently well. Maybe just slightly late by the red team and slightly early by the blue team, but overall, right around the times you want them to go, so that by the time the Immortals are announced, they're reaching that mid lane to start their push.
Yep, the red team should be able to come down and clear this pretty quickly before going up to the Immortal burn, and it seems like that's going to be what they do before they go up and start doing damage. Blue team setting up a bush gank, but Johanna rightfully so, checking the bush with the flashlight.
And Lunara getting quite a bit of damage out. Is able to poke down that Uther, force him to think about it twice. And Diva just up there trying to zone and delay.
Yeah, looks like we just a little bit of race on both sides.
Yeah, the red team getting on their Immortal much sooner, though. The blue team's recognizing that they're going to have to go defend if they want a chance of this, so they change strategies.
Yep, fighting here. Oh,
Good
Diva bomb.
Diva. The bomb not going to get any value.
No, but it does split the team. ETC is very low. This should give them.
Has to go down here. There he falls. Just way out of position. Kind of got zoned away from the team and probably needed to run right away, but stuck around a little too long.
Yep, and the Diva bomb, even though it didn't catch anybody in it, it did zone out that Ragnaros.
So one thing the D.Va just did try here, which I really like for her on this map, is you can, a lot of times you'll notice people kind of pushing it pretty close to those giant circles because they know the timing and they know when they can walk out, so they'll stutter step their shots. As a D.Va with that charge, you can push them right back on in and get that Immortal to do some extra work for you.
All right, so interesting strategy here from the red team. Looks like they're going to take their 4-man and push top and let the half-shield Immortal just kind of push bottom solo. This is a little unconventional.
Yeah, I don't know if I love it. I think this was a strategy that was popular right when the first tower changes happened, because everybody hated how strong the towers felt. But since they've been nerfed a couple times back into Reason, I personally like pushing with the objectives. It looks like they will get both walls here. The Fountain Top is also really nice, and then Ragnaros is going to finish up the bottom with his Molten Core.
Yep, so I guess they get wall on both sides. They get the Fountain Top, so decent amount of value.
Johanna did just burn her medallion too to get out of that that engage in the steam, which is nice for the blue team.
Yeah.
And D.Va sneaking up here for a cheeky 5v4. We'll see if they can take advantage of that.
Good damage going out, but it doesn't look like they're going to quite catch anybody all the way out.
Yeah, Li Ming and Anduin sitting a little bit far away from those, from the other heroes. Weren't really able to get any follow-up CC or damage in on that Kael'thas that got pulled in by the original D.Va Johanna attack.
All right, so red team's going to try and just burn this camp really quick. I think the blue team's got to know this is coming. Little late to the party, but should be easily defended here on lane. But the game pretty even back and forth. Levels are pretty close. Red team's got just a little bit of a lead. But nothing crazy. Oh, Li Ming getting saved by the Anduin leap. And then we've got the Immortals coming up here in just a minute. About 20 seconds. So we've got teams going back for base. They're going to get the camps. Going to be a little bit late on both sides. Raynor down here doing what he does best. Burning the camp up. So both camps will be pushing on lane. While the Immortals come up. D.Va getting a little bit of value down here. So it's going to be interesting to see. What do we go from here? Looks like the red team's going to move straight to burn. Ultimates are up. We've got the Mosh Pit. Looks like we've got Divine Shield. Bless Shield. And big engage here under the Immortal. Red team's got to be careful not to get too deep. D.Va going down. But she's able to get away and not have to burn that bomb. Well, Kael'thas bomb is going to take down the mech. So they are not going to have the D.Va bomb for the remainder of this fight. Could be big. But Uther got to burn the Divine Shield on himself. Good damage. Oh, but the Mosh Pit able to catch one. The Anduin bubble able to save Johanna here. Kael'thas has got to watch out. He is very low. And so far, we have a 1-0 trade. Li Ming chasing deep for that Ragnaros. So even though the red team lost that fight, they were able to, I guess, win the war. They were able to get the blue team low enough. And that Ragnaros has got to be careful. But red team is winning the race. D.Va's got to be careful here. ETC, a little late on the slide, but Anduin had the great save. Uther is very, very low here. Johanna stepping up and through and doing great zoning for her team, just letting them burn out the Immortal. ETC's got to be very, very careful. He's low. And it looks like we're gonna possibly have a disengage by the blue team, but the Blessed Shield comes out, catching Kael'thas, and that is a kill. Great damage and engagement by the red team.
And this is definitely gonna hurt. A 100% shield immortal will not feel good. I do believe Ragnaros will have his molten core up, which will probably guarantee that the keep's not gonna fall. But this fort should be a goner. The front wall already knocked down. I don't know if you lost me for a second there. I think I lost you for a second there. But can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I heard Discord doing some crazy things, so I don't know if if I was out or you were out or what was going on.
Gotcha. Well, we're both back now, and as said, the fort easily falls. The immortal will keep marching, and hopefully for the blue team, they will be able to save the keep here.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a tough fight with this big shield immortal. Taking down the forts, or the wall, I should say.
Yeah, and this Li Ming constantly poking in more damage, hitting some of the heroes and the wall at the same time can be really annoying for this blue team to try and work against. That is the molten core. Interestingly, Ragnaros got in on the front side, so if they want to, they might be able to kill him as soon as he pops out if they saw where he came in from. But they're not in an aggressive enough position, and they seem to be backing up for now.
But good damage onto the keep, about half health on the keep. And
Yeah,
meanwhile, Diva up top.
pushing
Yeah, able to get one of the towers, and it looks like she's gonna possibly get the gate. So ton of value out of the immortal.
Yeah, for sure. Blue looking to invade, but they're gonna be too late. Maybe they can get a punish on Johanna.
Got the Blessed Shield coming out. ETC.
And holy cow, potentially incoming? No, he did not have the mosh pit available just yet. It's on 1 second cooldown. He now has it. He might be able to find a good spot to use it.
Kael'thas bombs just going crazy.
And Kael'thas, I think, gonna die is
the flashlight kill.
And the flashlight to end it. I think the trickling damage had him anyway, since Uther was zoned so far away by the Diva.
Diva was able to chase down the Uther and get the kill, but she's in trouble here.
She's got the big slows from her ult, and she'll just use those to walk right on out.
Yeah, good thought by the blue team. I don't think it ended up being worth it in the end, though.
Yeah, I think that it was certainly the right call to try and go and invade the camp when you thought you had a good 4-on-4 even levels. Try and take that camp away. Once you saw the camp had already been capped and you didn't have your mosh pit up yet, I think you just back away. So good initial intention. Maybe should have seen the writing on the wall and taken a step back, though.
All right.
After that camp was capped.
Yep, both camps being taken here. Blue team's got to be careful and not let that push in, but they're in a very tough spot right now because they can't give away another high health immortal because they will be giving away a keep. Oh, but
yeah, absolutely. They got the catapult in there too. That's actually quite a nasty wave pushing top. For red, all they really want to do here is keep this stalled out. That lava wave will help a lot, but it will not get rid of the camp. That will be able to keep pushing.
Yep. So
Rainer,
blue team moving onto the burn, but they have to come back. The Blessed Shield by Johanna. Not a whole lot of follow up behind it though. They've got to be careful fighting right under that immortal. I think I might be having some technical difficulty, so I apologize if audio's going in and out. Oh, the holy cow comes out, though. Not a lot of follow-up. This Lunara really fading out with, or zoning out the enemy team. Great slide by ETC there. Again, big Kael'thas bomb value, but Diva might be going down. Yes. Great move here onto the Li Ming, but the turnaround from the red team is too much. And again, even though they were losing early, they turn and take a big fight, and ETC I think is going to go down here. But no, he gets away, and that is the halftime show.
I move to new ground.
Blue team setting up to defend here. So red team's just going to try and poke. Delay this as much as possible. There's another big wave top, so they have to be careful. But blue team just able to sit and poke away at this immortal. And really take it down. But this Ragnaros up here's got to be careful. Taking a lot of poke damage from that Lunara. And again, ETC, they've got to be careful here in the mid. Johanna's way out in front of her team. But the red team just content to sit here and poke away. Oh, the holy cow comes out, but then we have the Anduin bubble that just kind of saves it, and Diva just back here, back line with the triple kill. And they get the immortal. This could be game.
The demon moves for the gates of heaven.
All right, so they are pushing in with a very healthy immortal, and the blue team has 3 people down. This could very well be a core push.
Red team has destroyed a fort. Blue team's core is under attack.
All right, the entire team is up. It'll be interesting to see what the red team does here. If they go core, or just try and poke it out. Do they try to end the game here? Diva does have her bomb. Still got another 5 seconds or so on the mosh pit, but the resets. Core is going down. I think this is going to be game. And I Must Feed is going to take game 1. I am going to take a very quick pause. So I apologize for any audio issues and going in and out.